Hello everyone, welcome to Social Work 552 Field and Seminar. I am so excited to be your field liaison and instructor for this semester and the upcoming semester. I look forward to getting a chance to know you guys. And so in doing that, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about my background, and then I will dive into your assignments for this week. So my name is Shaniqua Johnson Pierce. I'm originally from New York City, Harlem, New York, where I was born and raised, and I attended college at Temple University, the undergraduate and graduate school. And then I've also just recently started working with Weiner this past year and doing some adjunct teaching for the social work department. But for the last 4 years, I've been the director of an emotional support classroom program, which is an intensive educational program with the mental health component. So I run different sites at different schools, and so it has been a spectacular experience. So in addition to that, I also provide individual, group, and family counseling to the students that we serve. So it's been really, really great to be able to bring some of my experiences into the field, as you guys will have tons of experience that you bring, but also that we will talk about based on your field experiences. So I look forward to being able to push you through this semester and support you in every aspect needed. So at any time, you can always shoot me an email if you have any questions or concerns. Within the first 2 weeks, I will be checking in with you and your field instructor to see how things are going, to see if you guys have any questions or concerns, or anything that you may need some support around that I could provide you with. So you currently have 2 assignments due this week, and the first one is your week 1 discussion post. So your initial post is going to be this Thursday by 11:59, and you want to follow up with your peer based on your post by Sunday by 11:59. So what your post is going to cover is a short video, no more than 2 minutes, where you introduce yourself, kind of similar to how I did, and just general information about describing your field placement. So of course you're not expected to give any information about the name of your agency, but you can kind of describe it. If you want to say, I'm doing substance abuse, or I'm doing individual group counseling with a nonprofit agency. So you can be specific in that sense. So you want to give that name, and then you know, what do you expect from the field? And, what are you most excited about? And what has you most concerned? And I know for many of my students in the past year, it has been, how am I going to figure out my schedule, my life, with all of the coursework, and also with the field hours. And many of you are probably working full-time or part-time and have families, and so you guys just have a lot of really great things going on in your life simultaneously. And so how do you manage it all? And so my biggest advice to you guys is time management. It is so key, and to be very disciplined in that piece. So if you're saying that you're going to do Sunday, you're going to do a lot of Sunday mornings, you're going to do a lot of your coursework, and then you'll have your 2 days of 8 hours of field, or however you break it up, that you really stick to that regimen. Because I think usually when students have swayed away from their discipline, usually that's when issues can arise. But you're human, so of course keep in mind that you do have 2 days in the field that you can take off, but you want to make sure that you're getting your 16 hours a week in the field. So make sure that you're keeping track of your time in your timesheets. So you will be able to upload them at the end of every month, and I will certainly send reminders to you guys on when they're due, so no worries about that. And what is your plan for managing your excitement and concerns? So is it that you will utilize supervision to check in, or will you keep a journal, or will you be someone like me who jots down things in the planner, just to maybe make them action items or focal points to process? So that is what your initial prompt is going to consist of, and that is going to be a video and uploaded by this Thursday by 11:59. And so what you're going to do is you're going to respond to at least one classmate by 11:59 on Sunday, where you're going to respond to the first part of, the introductions, but also the second part. So you want to comment on, maybe, hey, how are, welcome to field, but a comment on any thoughts on mandated reporting that you share or that you view differently. Provide your support explanations for your different perspectives. So you can respond to the greeting, but primarily your response prompt is actually going to cover part 2 of the assignment, just to clarify. So I apologize. So part 2, just to back up a little bit. So after viewing the 3 videos on mandated reporting with children, older adults, and at-risk adults, research your own state's policies, laws, and discuss your agency's policies with your field instructor. So address the following points in writing your initial post. So you're gonna first, what are the reporting requirements for each population in your state? So for me in my state, we're mandated. We live in the state of Delaware, so we're mandated reporters for youth and elderly, which consists of the age of 65 or above, and then children are from age 0 to 17. So we are mandated reporters. Within 24 hours, we have to mandate any suspect of abuse, neglect, those types of things. And so provide an example of a time you have had made a report, describe your feelings of the process, and if you have not been involved with making a report, discuss your expectations and feeling about the process. So this is always something that can be very challenging, given that the work that we do with clients and the relationships that we develop, because we always may feel that if we ever have to call on a particular client or for a client, it may, result in, an alter in the relationship. But the great thing is, 9 times out of 10, you can report anonymously. So that does kind of help you feel at least somewhat of a blanket of protection with making sure that we follow through with all the mandates. So I'm interested to see what your state has and in regards to the laws around mandating reporting. Things are very similar but can be very different, and you want to make sure that this part in part 2 is actually a written response. So it's actually not something you're going to put in the video. It's going to be a written response, and part 1 is going to be the video. So those are your assignments, but in addition to that, you want to make sure, if you have not done so already, you want to be sure to have your complete the live field discussion availability poll. So I teach another course. So right now we have Wednesday nights. So I will be really honest with you, and depending on what you as a class respond to, Tuesdays and Thursday nights will primarily be either or our schedule, which will we'll probably meet at 7, 8, or 7:30 to 8:30, something of the sort. So just to give you an idea, because I also want to be mindful of my schedule, but yours as well. So I'm going to try to find a happy medium for us all. So if you can make sure that you have that done by this Sunday by 11:59. Actually, yes, this Sunday by 11:59, so we can get our live field discussions rolling for next week. You will need a total of 5 peer-to-peer discussions for the entire semester, which can include the live field discussion and the written peer discussion. So let's just say you attended 3 live field discussions but have 2 written peer-to-peer discussions. That's the equivalent of 5. So you can mix and match. You don't have to do all live field discussions, nor do you have to do all written peer-to-peer discussions. So I hope that kind of clarifies things for you, but please certainly feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns. I look forward to meeting every last one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will be in touch. Have a great one. Bye-bye.